What we do here is go back.
Hello. This is the Bolas Club PH podcast, the only, or hindi naman only, sorry, the only, not the only,
Only.
the a Filipino Magic the Gathering podcast. I am Ro. With me, as always, Firection Hipster, the Sensei Jeff, handsome Uncle Lucy. What up, guys?
What's up?
What up, people?
It is a week after the pre-release ng Lorwyn Eclipse, and have you guys opened any more product from the set? Because I'm still waiting on my bundle as of this recording.
Yeah, I did open a collector box. Yun, yung hits would be the Winnow anime foil.
Yeah.
There are a couple of like shocks. This is funny because remember nung PR, ang nakuha kong SPG was 1,000-year elixir.
Mhm.
Ang nakuha ko 1,000-year elixir na naman.
Nice.
But this time in foil, like ayoko lubayan. Most of the cards na nakuha ko thankfully were pieces for other decks. Siguro hindi lang ako nakakuha ng Bitter Bloom Bearer, which was kind of disappointing. Kahit man lang yung regular.
I thought you already got one.
Bitter Bloom
The
Bearer?
serialized, you mean?
No. I don't have a Bitter Bloom Bearer yet. Pero kung okay lang naman pati yung Rebecca Gay serialized, sure. Pero hindi matatagalan pa kami makakuha ulit since, it's nowadays the demand is like really high. So understandably, maybe a month or two from now pa makakabili uli ng collector boxes. How about you, Lucy? Did you
Yeah,
open
did you already
anything
get
yet?
your product, Lucy?
Okay, so sobrang bitter ko. Dapat bibili
Bloom?
talaga ako ng Pira box.
Bitter
Pero
Bloom?
naubusan. Naubusan talaga siya. Black 101 I heard meron. So baka some one way, shape, or form makakuha ako. So sobrang bitter ko. Wala ako nakuha. At least I have this for now. I'm going to be happy with this. I finally got it.
Nice.
Stole.
Yun,
Nabuksan mo na yung collector sampler.
Hindi pa nga eh. So maybe I'm going to try and record to see what I get sa collector set.
We should do a podcast box opening.
Alam mo, we should
Hey.
like, every once in a while we should have like a ripping. Like,
alam mo.
episode.
We should do that on a live stream on our YouTube. I just have to figure out how to do it. But yes, live stream episode ng podcast plus box ripping.
Sige.
Diba? One of these
Sounds
days,
good.
I will figure out how to do it. But yes.
Yes. So yeah, yun lang. That's for me. Wala pa akong Lorwyn product.
The streets yearn for Universes Within. So that's insane.
Yeah.
How much Lorwyn is selling out. So
Diba?
medyo sinwerte tayo that we were able to reserve doon sa Neutral Grounds Mega Mall for our game. So
Again, thank you sa kanila.
hopefully they learn na people want this stuff, lalo na for Strixhaven, lalo na for Reality Fracture. Yan. Marvel for sure is going to be popular, but hey. All right, let's get to this week's topic. So, last week we did a medyo current events thing na we talked about yung pre-release on Lorwyn Eclipse, and we were coming off of Lorwyn hype season, and as right before we fully get underway with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles spoiler season, let's get to an evergreen topic muna. Let's talk about the do's and don'ts for Commander etiquette. So I guess a little background. A lot of people are joining the particular format every week, every month, especially with Universes Beyond. Diba? So even in our own play group is comprised of people who joined within the past couple of years. So maraming bago, and maraming kailangang ituro, maraming kailangang ipakilala in terms of concepts of social rules, unwritten game rules.
Yep.
And if there's anyone who may be stumbling onto our podcast, whether you're a friend or a friend of a friend, what better way to establish all of that than with a primer on what to do, what not to do kapag nakikipaglaro ka ng Commander. Lalo na Commander is such a social format, the socialist of Magic formats
True.
that it essentially effectively becomes like the board game of Magic the Gathering. So anything you want to add to these to my intro, guys? Any thoughts you want to add?
Allow me. So, kailangan natin, I mean, we have to understand the idea na Commander as a format, aside from being our board game type for Magic the Gathering, you have to understand na at a minimum, siguro tatlo kayo sa isang pod or four standard. Okay, now we have to be considerate to others din. So that's why we're talking about this. It's very important na pag-usapan siya kasi syempre may ibang taong involved, hindi siya one-on-one. And most of the time, ang mga kalaro mo, mga kaibigan mo. So that's why I think this is important. So yeah, etiquette is fine.
Ikaw, Jeff, as the sensei of the group, why do you feel that we need to teach this stuff?
Two things. Number one, Magic the Gathering in itself is already a social game. Hindi ka naman, unless, well, okay, kahit nag-arena ka minsan may PvP naman, di ba? Hindi naman laging puro CPU yung kalaban mo pag naglalaro ka ng arena. Although, in some cases, oo, ganon. Pero madalas, malamang sa malamang, pag naglalaro ka ng Magic, may kalaro kang tao. Yeah. And yung taong yun, syempre, meron ding, kumbaga, may different na upbringing sa buhay, may different background, may different form of self-expression. And kami ni Romeo nag-agree na Commander is the ultimate form of self-expression in Magic terms. Dito makikita yung personalidad mo dahil pinipili mo kung sinong nilalaro mo. Kaya nga, like some people who are Final Fantasy fans would go for Final Fantasy Commanders because that's their personality. Maglalaro sila na textless yung gamit or old frame na lands yung gamit, or they would use Japanese language cards only, like me, kay Yuriko, because it is a form of self-expression. Pero gaya ng sa totoong buhay, even self-expression should have its own limits. Kailangan meron ka ring limitasyon, kailangan alam mo rin yung boundaries mo, kailangan alam mo yung boundaries ng mga tao. Because again, makikipaglaro ka and this is a social interaction, and social interaction requires certain boundaries. There are certain rules, whether written or unwritten, that we should adhere to. Lalo tayo kasi nandun na tayo sa edad na parang ini-expect na ng tao na meron tayong certain level of maturity. So, importante rin na nagpapakita tayo na kahit laro to, asal tao pa rin tayo.
Yep.
Yeah, it was actually a lot easier to get away with being antisocial dati kasi Magic used to be dominantly a two-player game, diba? And sometimes you can get away na yung interaction mo lang. Maglalaban na kayo ng kalaban mo, tapos pag nanalo, panalo, pag talo. I mean, the worst that could happen was cheating, diba? Cheating in the game.
Yeah.
So ngayon, now that Commander is pretty much turning a lot of game sessions into parties, to board game parties, there are more unwritten social codes and rules that should be followed here. Let's get to it. And interestingly enough, we have the meta etiquette first, the etiquette outside the game. Some people, you would think na medyo obvious na tong first few rules natin, pero some people still don't understand it. I'm talking about hygiene and social skills.
Oh no.
If you are, it doesn't matter how new you are to this game. Kung naglaro ka na in a local game store, not even in a local game store, as long as you've gathered with a few friends, you might have noticed some people, some players ain't really following that hygiene life, if you know what I mean, diba? Di sila suki ng Watsons para sa personal hygiene products. So please, even if you think you can't smell yourself, whether it's your breath, your underarms, or your entire body, just spend that money. You have cards money. Spend that money on personal hygiene.
If you can afford cards, you can afford deodorant.
Mismo.
Mismo. Buy one, take one minsan yung Rexona. Nakikita ko sa
Watsons.
Sa Watsons, di ba?
Watsons, sponsor nyo kami.
Yeah.
ginagawa namin biro na pag yung mga tropa ko pag magtatayo sila ng LGS, meron dong lane for like Rexona at saka travel kit na toothbrush,
No.
toothpaste.
Alam mo,
Diba?
LGS should partner up with should ask for sponsorships from hygiene FMCGs, FMCG brands.
Yeah, that would work.
Diba? Imagine the exposure that they would get to people who really need it. But yeah, nobody wants to single out anyone, and at the same time, nobody also wants to play with someone that they have to smell unpleasantly. Diba? Ganun talaga. It is a thing. We are guys. Most of us are guys, and oftentimes guys smell more than girls.
No, we sweat more than women.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's true, I guess. Pero yun, yeah, please do everyone a favor. And just put on the deodorant, just put on the cologne, brush your teeth, use the mouthwash, guys.
Uy, tas yung
sorry.
Yung ano pala, kasi baka may ibang mga kagaya ko na nagmo-motor, ganon. If you'd noticed, I think my friends do. Sometimes darating ako naka long sleeve and I have to take it off kasi ayoko amoy usok ako habang
Yo, tama.
So,
or, spray the cologne when you get to the mall or something like that.
yeah. I think it lang.
Okay, ito, the second bit on the meta is a little harder to parse kasi admittedly, syempre, it varies from person to person. Not everyone's the same personality-wise, but please do bring your social skills to the game. If you don't have any practice mo, this is why we gather, diba? This is why the gathering part of Magic the Gathering is a thing. Please bring your social skills. Don't be a dick. Don't be rude. Don't be an asshole as well. Just you don't have to be, toxic positivity, extroverted to everyone. Just be enough. Be pleasant to play with. Don't leave a sour taste in people's mouths, if you know what I mean. Do you guys have any example of people who may need to improve? Hindi naman na specific people, but specific behaviors that need to be improved.
Sige, I'll go first. Kasi the thing about playing outside is that let's say ikaw yung dayo, right? And you're gonna enter a space where friends would play and interject ka with them and ask them if they need one more person. Normally when you go there, you ask first if pwede po bang maki-join, or hey guys, do you need like one more person, instead of just parang sulking there waiting for people to actually approach you and ask if you wanted to play. Parang napaka counterintuitive nun para sa akin. Pumunta ka nga doon, dumayo ka nga para makipaglaro. Hindi ka pumunta doon para tumambay at mag-intay ng may makalaro. You know what I'm saying? Maging proactive ka sa paghahanap ng laro kasi unang-una, ikaw yung pumunta doon sa inyong oras mo. Wala namang masama kung magtatanong ka. Of course, ask politely if you can join if you're missing like one more person. Yun. Tapos, on the side of people naman trying to welcome someone new, I would also suggest be on your best behavior kasi baka mamaya minsan medyo rowdy kayo and parang pag naglalaro kayo and there's this new guy and then bibiro-biruin mo ng medyo inappropriate. So parang feeling close, diba yung ganun yung tawag doon. So hindi rin appropriate yun for you guys. I would suggest nga na yun, be at your best behavior. It's like meeting a new friend or making a new friend. You never know kasi, like you never know who you're gonna end up playing with. Like limbawa si Ro, like we met online first because shared interests, wrestling and Magic, and our personal interaction, first time interacting was pleasant, and then all of a sudden here we are doing our podcast.
Podcast na tayo.
Oo. Diba? That's the product of like proper social interaction. Kasi ako admittedly introverted talaga ako. I don't necessarily like crowds. Mababa ang social battery ko. Pero that's the paradox of myself. Kasi kung anong introverted ko, siya namang hanap ko ng Commander games. Pero I guess it's really more of finding your people.
Yeah.
Ganun lang siguro. Pero yes, general rule of thumb is please be at your best behavior all throughout.
Now, so far, kahit paano ako, swerte, wala pa naman ako nakasalamuha na, at least within my pods, my friend groups and whatnot, wala naman na ganun talaga yung pati pakikitungo sa akin or ugali. Pero I've been lucky na hindi. Pero yes, we have to be considerate of other people's time, okay? Because this is a very nightly format. We have to be basically considerate about other people's feelings. Yan. So, and if we can't, at least somehow, pag may nagbigay ng feedback, sana naman maging open tayo for that. So, kasi iba
Yes.
nagiging bitter eh. So, yun.
Ako naman, for me, I know this is tough, but sometimes people do need to regulate their feelings, especially when they don't win. Remember, in Commander, you only have like a 25% or less chance of winning the game.
Oh, man.
So if you lose, and when you lose, because you will lose a lot, please, it's okay to be upset about it, but don't be disruptively upset about it. Like, don't burn bridges, don't cut off friendships.
Totoo.
I'm not talking about any person in particular, but I have seen a lot of this behavior na rin. Na some people can't handle losing a 4-player game with a lot of variants. Like, so please, keep your emotions in check. We're really mostly playing for fun, and if you are ascribing isang particular na worthiness, whether in your to your commander performance, baka kailangan mo na ng therapy nun. At this point, baka kailangan mo na mag-therapy. All right.
Yeah.
So that takes care of the meta etiquette outside the game. Let's talk about the etiquette that we do want to see followed, or we, as much as possible, want to see adhered to kapag naglalaro. I'll start with my number one item. First, I think highly important, lalo na now. We've talked about this in previous episode, in a previous episode. But first, declare your power level. Like, you don't have to go do a full Rule Zero session. Pero sabihin mo naman, be honest naman, kahit vaguely, about what your power level is, diba? That's why we have the bracket system. Like, we can now point to the brackets without having to go too deep into what our deck does, diba? Like, if people ask, then sure, sabihin mo, pero wag nating i-misrepresent yan.
Yep. That's true. Transparency is very okay. Kasi, no, I mean, most of my decks kasi, as I mentioned before, I'm budget player, so wala ako ng mga infinite combos and whatnot. As much as I can, I stay away from it. Pero, it helps kung sasabihin sa akin na meron nito, ganyan. Ayoko naman na, minsan may kita akong card, kakabalik ko lang may kita akong card, tapos hindi ko alam ginagawa. And I'm just thinking na it is a responsibility to tell us how you plan to win imbis na blindside mo kami. Diba? Minsan di ko alam yung card eh. May kakabalik ko lang 1 year ago eh. So, blindside mo kami. So yeah, Rule Zero settings would be important, at least para mabawasan ng kaasinan or saltiness after the game. But yeah.
True. Hindi, tsaka yung proper expectation setting din. And it goes hand in hand with yun, trying to gauge everyone's power levels. Maganda rin kasi yung minsan nagdadala ka ng multiple decks that cater to like multiple brackets and meron kang multiple game styles. So halimbawa, sabihin mo, okay, sige, so let's say bracket, hindi, dating to, like before the bracket system. Like sabihin mo, friendly lang to, tapos mamaya stacks ka. Like, where, asan yung friendly doon, pre? Diba? Casual lang to. Tapos, ganun yung, yung deck mo. Like what, you're casually frustrating the whole pod or something? Diba? Ito pa, meron akong isang example. Meron akong nakalaro dati na sabi niya kasi quick game daw. Quick game. Sabi niya, quick game lang to, quick game. So sabi ko, teka, kung quick game to, labas ko na ba si Yuri ko? Kasi syempre quick game daw eh. Quick game daw eh. Sabi, hindi, sige, laruin ko na lang si my Izzet Artifacts deck. Geez, god darn it, I forgot her name. It's Assassin's Creed Izzet Commander. Basta yun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tapos ang gamit niya, Lord of Pain. So sabi ko, hindi yata to quick game. Tapos mga 9-10 turns later, nagcast ng Deadly Tempest kung kailan siya yung pinaka-advantage. And I'm like, how is this a quick game?
Baka hindi na niya alam kung paano laruin yung tech.
Hindi, pero I mean, ikaw mismo nag-declare na quick game. So my assumption is that, this is gonna be very fast. Like, tanda mo na naglaro tayo, like, after Lorwyn, sabi ko,
Sure.
sige, laro tayo ng bracket 3.
And I brought out my Lord of Pain. Pause.
Quick game pa rin naman yung relatively speaking.
Because
Pero
I played it like a quick game.
Yes, exactly. And I brought Prosh na bracket 3, and true to form naman. Sabi ko, this could potentially win in 7 turns.
Ayan.
Or higher. It starts there. So I gave myself that clock na turn 7, if I can win, then I'll try to win. I think mga turn 8, 9 pa yata nangyari. Pero nonetheless, at least, kumbaga, there was
There
no
were quick
sour
turns.
graping. Oo. Walang sour graping kasi nakaset yung expectations nyo na maglalaro na, ganito yung pace ng laro natin. Ganito yung play style. Wala namang masama dun. It's not that you're giving away your strategy in the first place. So,
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Jeff, let's go to your first item.
Sure. Okay. So, my first point of etiquette when it comes to playing Commander is from a movie. It's a quote from a movie, Kingsman.
Mhm.
If you guys have watched it, I'm
yes.
pretty sure you guys have.
I love it.
Yes. And it's manners maketh man.
Mhm.
Especially for us na mga working professionals na naglalaro na ng Commander. When I say manners maketh man, yun nga, nung panimula sabi ko na be at your best behavior, and it has a lot of factors into it. Number one, yun nga, yung hygiene mo, yung aura mo pag pumunta ka do, 'di ba? Dapat medyo pleasing personality ka naman kapag nag-a-approach ka sa mga tao, hindi parang, "Oy, laro tayo." Hindi naman ganun. "Oy, sino pwede diyan?" Hindi, wag naman ganun. Oo. Parang masasapak ka yata palabas ang LGS pag
Ayun lang.
For the most
yeah.
part, I've mostly encountered players who are the most polite then. So I like our local community.
So, yun. And then, bukod pa doon, yung I actually don't know how to properly phrase it, pero it's more of your appearance. Kasi dati may mga nakakalaro ako na, let's just say, for a lack of better term, medyo inappropriate yung suot. Like, suggestive shirts.
Oh,
Or when
you're talking about a woman.
No. A guy.
Not a woman? A guy. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. They are wearing not PG shirts, if you will.
Yeah, medyo toxic masculinity,
right.
if you will. And
that's toxic.
And just
Kit Wilson would be angry.
Kit Wilson. Anyway, tapos yung sleeves niya is like highly inappropriate because it's like the hentai.
Yeah. God.
sleeves.
Okay.
So yun.
Yeah.
That should be a part of this list. Although this is already.
And then the playmat then is medyo, Liliana and Chandra in a very compromising position. You've probably seen that.
Sure.
So yung drawing ni Steve Argyle, which I have nothing against. I think Steve Argyle is a great artist. I think the art is like great, pero it was in a setting na merong kasama yung isang naglalaro na girlfriend. So parang, alam mo yun, medyo na ako yung napaka-cringe. Sorry talaga. Pero ako yung napaka-cringe kasi parang, did you expect that everyone that you're gonna play with will be okay with how you look and how you present yourself? Diba? I mean, real talk na lang tayo. Talagang mukha kang pervert. Diba? And who would wanna play with you? Alam mo yun, magkakaroon na kagad sila ng mga preconceived notions about you based on your appearance. Alam mo yun, tapos yung aura mo medyo creepy pa. So parang, I don't think I would want to play with a guy like that. And yun nga, ang akin is kahit napakabait mong tao, kahit napakaayos mong tao, pero kung gano'n yung nakikita nila sa'yo, wala kang magagawa, eh. Talagang papasahan ka nila ng judgment na,
Yep.
ganito yan, ano yan, eh.
You
He's
will
like,
be judged.
he reeks of otaku stink. Ganyan, 'di ba? Na parang, oh my God, he's into like loli.
Yeah.
Mga ganun.
Lord, let's not get into that.
Oh
Oo,
no.
pero I'm just setting it as an example kasi
Yeah.
medyo yun nga, may mga nakalaro na ako na gano'n na hindi lang ahegin kundi yung preferences din nila. And ang akin pagdating doon is ask first if it's okay na ganito yung dala mong sleeves, because who knows, maybe it's the only one that you got. 'Di ba? Wala namang wala namang ay
Alam
Binigay
na
lang
kung yun lang
sa'yo.
yung sleeves mo.
Binigay
Hindi.
lang, ganun.
or maybe yun lang ang dala mo at that time and you just wanted to play. Pero yun, ikaw din bilang isang individual, kailangan meron ka ring konsiderasyon sa mga tao sa paligid mo na
Palagi.
hindi naman ako halimbawa, mahilig ako sa, and this is like personal. I am a fan of Eroguro. Just look it up. I'm not gonna explain it.
You
Pero
sicko.
hindi pero hindi niyo ako nakikitang nagpapakita ng mga gano'n, 'di ba? Like I share it with like certain people, pero you don't see me exuding something like that like when we play, right? So, pwede
Right?
naman. Like ano lang, konting pino hindi lang sa kilos kundi sa appearance natin.
Okay. Sige, Lucy, let's go to your first item on your list.
Okay, regarding my list and whatnot, I'm going to skip to kasi baka magbangga-bangga tayo. So, regarding
I think we're looking at the different lists. So I cut it, I edited it for you. Your first item is don't rush people.
Oh yeah, okay. So, let's not rush people because luckily ako nga napunta ako doon sa lugar na my friends are taking time. Nung kakabalik ko lang a year ago, they were taking time to explain the card. It's okay for me to read the card muna, basahin kung gano'n. So, at least hindi ko na-experience yung gano'n. Pero may mga nakita ako na, uy, bilisan mo naman dyan. Tagal-tagal mo na naglalaro. Bilisan mo dyan. Ano ba yan ginagawa mo? Kasi sinisira mo yung overflow ng game eh. I mean, nakakasira siya ng diskarte, nakakasira siya ng ano. And some people do take time to raid. And I appreciate na yung mga kasama ko nga, hinayaan ako magbasa ng konti. I let things flow. Pero yeah, it's wrong kapag nagra-rush ka ng tao. Okay, masyado mo silang pinipressure. It somehow breaks the mood of other people as well. I would not like that. Okay. Pero for you naman, ikaw naman as the new player, as much as possible, at least try to know what your deck does. Okay, at least read your own cards para at least pag madali mo na lang siya magagawa. So those are the things that you go regarding rushing people and whatnot. Okay, so next thing on my list, I believe, would be proxies. Okay, so I don't do proxies myself. Okay, I don't do proxies. I'm not a fan. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. So if pag magdadala ka ng proxy sa sa table ko, I'll be a-okay with it. I don't mind. Pero it's just like what Jeff said, we have to be considerate with others. Some people frown upon it. They don't like it. So if you do have proxies, pa-announce naman po. Saglit. Sabi ko nga, okay lang sa akin, pero other people may not like it. You might as well tell them that you have a proxy. You might as well tell them the reason why you have. And yeah, so it's important. That's important.
Actually, thank you for bringing that up because that is my second item on my list. So maybe we're gonna go to that eventually.
Sorry,
no, it's okay. It's okay. Takto lang. I love proxies. I'm a proxy player, and I feel like a lot of players have a classist and elitist attitude towards proxies. Pero I can't change the way people feel about them until they start having to complain about card prices, diba? So yes, Lucy is right. Unfortunately, some people have major issues. If you are playing in a sanctioned match or in a sanctioned tournament, organized play, talagang bawal. Kasi them's the rules, yo. The Magic the Gathering is also a game of social inequality, diba? The social inequality part is part of the game.
Oh yeah,
that is the other meta game that we have here. But yes, unfortunately, you do have to declare your proxies. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why people feel the need to police it. Pero eto, here we are. That's my take. I mean, that's my 2 cents on it. Like, yes, please declare out of courtesy na lang. Jeff, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. So when it comes to the issue of proxies, there are certain tournaments, especially CEDH tournaments, that actually allow a specific number of proxies din naman.
Mm.
And but that's for CEDH and for tournament settings. Always consult with your TO or your LGS if pwede. Pero if you're playing outside, a rule of thumb is let them know na, oh, hey, I have a couple of proxies here, here, and here. You have to show them what your proxies look like para hindi sila mag-isip na, okay, well, how many proxies should we expect? Di ba? Kasi baka mamaya yung deck mo punong, like, it's like 100% proxy, which is totally fine. Again, ang importante lang naman dito is i-declare mo. Number one, you tell them that, hey, I have X number of proxies. Would you guys be okay with it? Di ba? Kasi,
I think where it really goes wrong is when you use proxies to put yourself in a different bracket than what the table is playing.
Grabe.
Uh,
hindi,
Proxy.
pero there's a certain truth to it kasi some people play proxies in like higher tiers kasi
sure.
wala pa silang pondo para bumili. That's understandable. Like, putya, ano ba naman yung max D? Magkano na max D ngayon? Magkano ang cradle ngayon, di ba? Yung mga ganun, understandably, mapoproxy siya. Kaya nga pumayag yung ibang TO na mag-proxy for tournaments is because they understand that not everyone can actually afford, or not everyone owns like a Cradle or a Mox D or the OG Dual Lands. Understandable
True.
yun. Oo, pero ang importante nga kasi dun is that people are aware of you using the proxies, and they're okay with you playing the proxies. Kasi some people, what they do is they never say no, this is a proxy, or meron akong narinig na kwento about a certain guy na parang competitive player daw siya. Pero lahat ng decks niya proxy. Alam mo yun, parang okay, nandun yung competitive mindset, naiintindihan mo yung laro. Okay, ando na ako. Pero in order for you to actually play, you need cards at certain
You need
point.
real cardboard.
Yeah, you need real cardboard or something that looks like real cardboard at least, 'di ba? Hindi yung like magsusulat ka sa papel and then ididikit lalagay mo sa Steve's Volcanic Island,
Hardcore.
Moxie, di ba? Yeah. I do that for play testing purposes and never
Playtesting, yeah.
outside. And never outside. I don't play. Kasi naiintindihan ko na yung mga taong yun naglalaro na gamit yung hard-earned money nila, yung resources nila. So bakit ko pa sila lalamangan? 'Di ba? Wala naman akong mapapala kung gagawin ko yun eh. Di ba? Unless my purpose again is to play test, di ba? Pero kung makikipaglaro ako tas ang dami kong proxies, sorry hindi kasi ako gano'n. So hindi ko alam kung anong pakiramdam ng mananalo ka na puro proxy yung gamit mo. Like pareho lang ba ng pakiramdam ng nanalo ka with authentic cards? I don't know. I don't know. But for me, it just feels wrong.
Okay, sure. All right, Lucy, your next item on the list is don't pressure newer players.
Yep. As I mentioned a while ago, I was a new player and I was blessed na nakasama ko yung mga hindi ako pinipressure and whatnot. But I've seen it happen. Other tables, kasama lang, oh, this is my friend, bago lang siya, ganito, ganun. Pero kinakanti talaga nila, oh, bilisan mo naman, tagal mo naman dyan, ganito, ganyan. Binabasa ko mga yung cards eh. Tapos maya-maya nag-aaway na sila. It became a problem. Ibang naglalaro na nabagabag na dahil nag-away na sila doon. So that's totally wrong. So we have to avoid these as much as possible. That's why I don't like these things. So, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. I definitely do not approve of rushing new players. Magic is a super complex game. Uh, I only am able to parse a lot of info because I've been playing this for 25 plus years, and I have almost autistic level of understanding of this game. Kaya I understand when newer players, that even not even ano not even new players, even people who are not or even people who are are as tenured as I am, and there are a lot of new mechanics, a lot of new updates as well. Kaya sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, I my Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my internet was cutting out.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it happens. All right, so I'm just gonna take that from the top.
Yeah, you were
So,
all good.
Wait, sorry. Nagalo ako. I definitely
hindi
should.
everything.
Wait
But yeah,
lang,
in the
wait lang.
sure. But in the meantime, I mean, while Romeo's like fixing his stuff, I just wanted to add to that kasi maraming instances na when you pressure new players, it does leave them with what I would call the villain arc. By that I mean, let's say he's a newbie and then lalaruan mo ng sobrang lakas na deck. It happens. Kasi minsan, alam mo yun, ang purpose ng ibang tao is not exactly to just play a game of Commander. It's them trying to inflate their ego.
Mm.
May mga ganong players akong kilala, unfortunately. Tinatry nilang i-inflate yung ego nila, and instead of you being able to nurture new players, you're just showing to them na, ganito ko kalakas. You have to fear me. You have to respect me. May mga ganong naglalaro. Like, I've met at least one person like that. And you are creating a very toxic environment for you and your friends. Kasi lalo kung ang tuturuan mo mga kaibigan mo, tapos bubulihin mo kasi bago lang sila. So, dalawa lang yan. It's either three. It's number one, they will try to up their game, and you're turning them into villains because you've already created an arms race. Second is hindi na maglalaro yan. Kasi
Yun ang
nakita nila
ayoko
na
sa lahat.
hindi pala para sa akin to kasi ganito pala yung laro, and hindi ko maintindihan because the person who's trying to teach me, or the person who I thought would teach me how to play this, isn't really teaching me. This person is pub stomping me.
Mm.
And the third one, obviously, is for them, for the new word players to find a more nurturing gaming environment than what you've given them. Kasi baka mamaya nasa ibang lugar yung tamang kultura or tamang setting para sa kanila na matuto na maglaro ng Magic. Because I know a lot of people na nagsimula na, alam mo yun, maganda yung upbringing, naturuan ng tama na maglaro ng Magic. So ngayon, kahit maglaro sila ng casual, they understand it's just casual. They just compare it to any other board game, and losing is a part of the gaming process. Diba? Lagi naman, may matatalo, may mananalo, and you can't win them every single time. Diba? Unless you teach them with a mindset na, hey, you are playing to win. So dapat lagi ka manalo, and you have to have this silly seto kaiba mentality.
Seto kaiba.
Okay, I'm gonna take my answer from the top because I was cutting out earlier. Magic is a super complex game. Napakahirap na intindihin. And the only reason why I'm able to parse a lot of new things, or a lot of the game's rules, intricate winding rules, most of it pala, not all of it, really easily, is because I have like an autistic level understanding of the game and a lot of its cards. Diba? So a lot of people don't have that. Even people who are almost as tenured as I am. Sometimes hit up sila with new rules. Sometimes nakalimutan nila yung basics of the game, which frustrates me. But I understand that that's the nature of the beast. I understand that that's the nature of the whole thing, of the really complex game. Kaya I try not to rush people. I'm also teaching myself the patience of not rushing people who have a hard time understanding, no matter their skill level. So it's something I'm working on, but at least sa game mismo, hindi ko na sa papatulan. So, yeah. All right. Let's move on to my next item on the list. Ito related pa rin to sa newer games, newer players. So, I tend to view Commander, again, as Jeff mentioned earlier, as a self-expression format. I want people to play their decks. So I am not, this is a little subjective now. This is crossing over to subjective territory. I try to avoid playing in such a way that targets people and denies them from playing their decks.
Oo nga.
So I once played this game with my high school friends. One of my other friends is medyo atat siya manalo eh. Like he brings a competitive mindset to playing the game, which
Rawr.
is not wrong inherently. But my other friend was also pretty sensitive, and he doesn't have that same mindset. He just wants to play. He wants to see his cool cards interact. Syempre, he wants to win, but at the same time, I recognize the need for a lot of players to just want to play their game, want to play their deck and see how it all plays out, diba? Oftentimes naman ano eh, if it doesn't lead to them winning, as long as they got to do something cool in the game, okay sila eh. So I will threat assess, yes, but I will also not deny someone the chance to do something cool or to lock them out of the game by denying resources or interacting too much with their game pieces. What do you think about all this?
Ako, intindi ko na generally, you know, Commander games are supposed to be full of interactions, and you know, you're not supposed to play to make people suffer. Stacks pieces are frowned upon. You guys know that kasi part na
Yes,
sila
yes.
ng game changers, and you know, hindi nga wala ngang MLD until bracket 4, I think.
Mhm.
So nakikita nyo doon na ang gusto talaga nung rules committee is for people to actually be able to play their games, and you know, you denying them untapped steps, you denying them lands, parang ano ba, anong trip mo, 'di ba? Kung ganyan ang laro, sana sinet mo na sa simula pa lang with everyone na, oh, maglaro tayo ng grindy game, ha, maglaro tayo ng I'm gonna play Grand Arbiter, this is a bracket 3, bracket 4,
Oh,
you know,
Jesus Christ.
stacks decks. Okay, so goods ba kayo? Kasi kung hindi kayo goods, palit ako ng deck. Pero
Tama.
meron akong stasis dito, meron akong ganto ganyan, meron akong smoke stack, meron akong braids na mono black. At least aware lahat. At lahat sila nag-agree na gano'n ang laruan nyo. Kasi kung gano'n naman laruan nyo, di walang sisiyan sa bandang huli. Di ba?
Yeah.
True.
Kasi sinet mo naman yung expectation eh. So wala silang karapatang mag-sour grip. Wala silang karapatang mag-feel bad na hindi nga ako nakatira eh. Hindi nga ako naka-antap ng matagal eh. Nanood lang ako eh. Nag-cellphone lang ako. Kasi alam mo na gano'n yung laro na lalaruin nyo. So in you know, in that context, it's so parang it's very important na, you know, you also consider din minsan na you should be bringing more than one deck.
Oh yeah.
Kasi
if you have more than one deck, diba?
Yeah, if you have, pero kung wala talaga, parang siguro instead of you playing that out sa mga kalaro mo, mga beginners or yung mga nagdala ng pre-con, baka pwedeng wag mo na munang laruin yan, baka pwedeng manghiram ka na lang muna ng deck sa iba.
Oh, that's what I did. Di ba? Bakit tayo? Hiram-hiram ako deck. Oh, anong deck meron? Pero
Ikaw, Lucy, as a newer player, in a sense na you are returning to this
yeah.
game recently, what do you feel about this rule that I have?
Which part again? Sorry.
So, let people play their deck. Don't, avoid na lang. Avoid interacting too much or trying to stomp all over their gameplay. Unless, syempre, you are playing competitively or you're playing an organized tournament or sanctioned game, or you're playing a competitive bracket.
Okay, so yes, as I mentioned, swerte kasi talaga ako na napadpadan kong mga tao is very accommodating. They allowed me to do my thing kung ano may ginagawa ko. Yung una-una kong deck na nabuo on my own was a Legolas deck, and that's a very slow control deck, and they allowed me to actually do its own thing. And sometimes pinabasa ko pa yung sarili kong card kasi nabasa ko na before. So masaya ako na okay, but as far as I can see, you have to let new players enjoy the games. Okay? You have to let them do what they do, and you have to let them make mistakes in one way, shape, or form and try to correct them. Kasi this is an overall experience. Baka kinabukasan yan, hindi mo na makita yan. Baka kinabukasan yan, kung ano yung sinasabi niyan behind you. And as much as I can, at least personally, I would like to have more friends. I would like to see more interaction. I would like a friendly interaction, to be clear. Gusto ko makakita ng deck ideas kasi doon ako nakakita. And I'd like to see how other people think. Sabi nga kanina, this is an expression for yourself, and I'd like to know you better using those cards. So especially the new ones. mahiya pa yung mga yan, paano mag-express. So let them express themselves. Let's see what I can learn from you, and let's have fun together. So that's my take on it.
All right. And for our last our third and last items for each other. Lucy, let's go to yours. You mentioned something before we recorded about king making. So what do you have to say about king making?
Okay, so king making, this is within the game. King making, just to be clear, para sa ibang hindi naintindihan ko anong ginagawa to. So, what happens is that halimbawa ako, is I am going to build someone else para silang manalo. Okay, so that's what I understand with king making. And hindi siya ganun kalaking bagay, pero minsan kasi I've seen it became an issue as well na tinutulungan ko yung isa, and yung isa nagagalit, bakit ako, bakit siya? 'Di ba? Nagiging ganun na. Now, sometimes it's not on purpose na gagawin mo yon. But sometimes this is going to be me being petty, but I'd rather have someone else win dahil hindi ko na kayang manalo than that other guy right there. So that happens. And man, I'd actually like to ask you about the idea. When is this actually allowable? Kasi ginawa ko na siya. And I don't feel good with myself nang ginawa ko siya. So, but that could be something to discuss as well. King making. Kailan ba natin pwedeng papanalunin yung ibang tao? When would it be like super toxic? Or kailan siya allowable? Ganon.
Siguro toxic if you are actually like doing it to bully someone else, diba? Like
Okay.
it does happen, you know. It does happen that you take it out on someone else in the group, in the pod, tapos you're gonna pimp someone out kasi you want someone else to lose so bad, diba? That's when it gets toxic.
So I think so too. Sobrang pait na nun kung talagang kada table na lang, no?
Ako kasi pag ganyan, the only time that I kind of help out people is when there's something na hindi ko masosolve by myself that I think could change the game for everyone. Like halimbawa, merong magbababa ng stacks pieces tapos wala akong solution for it and I am the next player. I'll be like, okay, meron bang pwedeng gumawa nun? Meron bang pwedeng mag-solve nun? Sasabihin ko na, sige, I'll keep on attacking the person, pero you guys deal with that. Okay? And pag meron akong pang-atake, hindi ko muna kayo atakihin because you helped me out for like 1 or 2 turns. Wala namang masama doon because remember, the game of Commander is supposed to be a social game. It's a simulator to parang it's the closest thing we'll ever get to Dungeons and Dragons, I suppose. Ganyan. So you have those roles, you have social roles in Commander, and while I understand na parang hindi naman nangyayari sa CDH yun, hindi talaga. Pero casual Commander games are supposed to play out like that, believe it or not. You know, you guys are supposed to have, fun trying to politics your way. And there's nothing wrong with politics. Politics is a way of life in Commander, ladies and gentlemen. So
some people don't like that.
Oh, some people like that.
Some people don't like that, yung politicking.
Too bad. Maybe
sorry.
Hindi, kasi kung ayaw mo ng politics, it's A, find a new format, or B, find a new playgroup. Kasi kung ikaw lang yung parang ayaw ng ganong laro or ng ganong playstyle within your playgroup, then baka ikaw yung kailangan mag-reconsider ng gagawin mo.
Wait, diba even competitive scenes, meron ding politics? Siya muna unahin mo.
Rarely, because again, CEDH is just all about F1. Pabilisan lang. The only time that you would try to disrupt someone is if they're already trying to win. Pag nakikita mo na okay, this is like going to be a game-winning move.
Matatapos na to.
Tapos ikaw yung active player. Here's the thing. Most of the time, no one else would interact with that. Kasi, why would you even prevent me from preventing this guy to win? Diba?
Tama naman.
It's unheard of sa competitive. Pero sa casual, may possibility yan. And again, you have to justify your actions. Bakit mo ko pinigilang patayin siya? And then, you can just explain na, well, if I do this, pag siya yung inuna mo, hindi na kita matatalo. So, uunahin muna kita. And then, tatalunin ko siya kasi feeling ko, that's the best course of action for my deck. And that's fine. Again, that's politics. Parang, for you guys watching reality TV, parang Survivor, parang Traitors, parang ganun lang yan. Okay? Oh, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but welcome to Commander. This is actually how they play it.
Yep.
So, ganun talaga. Politics is actually part of the game. So,
Yeah,
I
I think some players don't like the fact that the cards alone cannot win the game. Like, yes, most of the time it will, but sometimes you have to socialize and make deals with your other players, diba? And some people hate that. Mark Rosewater, Maro hated that about Commander. But them's the breaks. All right, Jeff, what is your third item on the list?
Okay, so my third one is narrate your turns and actions.
Yes.
This has something to do with, Commander being a social game. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng magtatap, alam mo, parang hindi ka pwedeng meron kang sarili mong mundo pag naglalaro ka
Yes.
with like 3 other people. They have to know, especially, di ba, minsan pag naglalaro tayo, yung mga lamesa natin, medyo magkakalayo. Tapos minsan sobrang daming bagay dun sa loob ng sa taas ng mesa na may mga deck packs, may mga yung mga dice, yung mga ganyan-ganyan. So minsan mahirap makita kung ano yung nangyayari dun sa mga kabilang sides. Kaya kung mapapansin niyo, minsan tumatayo ako pag naglalaro tayo kasi gusto kong makakita ng overview ko nung nangyayari sa battlefield because that will help me make game decisions. It's important for you to declare, especially kung meron kang mga kalaro na baguhan. You have to let them know na, okay, untap, upkeep, draw. Untap, meron pala akong trigger kay Bitter Blossom, so I will create a fairy token and I will lose 1 life and then I will draw for turn. So this is my main step. Hindi naman kailangan ganun kabagal, kadetalyado every time, especially kung nakikipaglaro ka naman sa mga parang ka-level mo na mag-isip pagdating sa laro. Pero importante pa rin yung mga steps na halimbawa, okay, so main step and then I will move to combat. Yung mga ganung bagay. Okay, so these are my attackers. Pabla ka ba? Oo, hindi. Okay, so before damage is dealt, yung mga ganun, kasi meron na ako nadaling ganun dati. Like, naglaro ako ng Yuriko, tapos umatak ako, pinath to exile niya si Yuriko. So kuha akong lupa, sabi ko, well, thank you for the land, bro. And then, sabi ko, okay, before damage is dealt, dininjutsu ko pabalik si Yuriko. Sabi, hindi na yun pwede, sir. Hindi na pwede yun, sir, kasi in-exile ko na si Yuriko. Sabi ko, bakit? May tinanong ka ba na before damage is dealt? Diba?
Yeah.
Part pa rin yun. Hindi niya ako pwedeng ma-technical doon.
Yes.
Kasi tama naman yung ginagawa ko.
Tama. I grew up playing Magic in a time where hindi pa laganap yung digital version of it. So the only digital way to play was Magic Online, and Magic Online needed dollars, and which we didn't have. So we played Magic in a way that was not optimal, diba? Like a lot of assumptions, a lot of misunderstandings.
Yes.
And it was only when I started playing Arena wherein I understood the importance of declaring and narrating everything. And then I tried to teach that to my play group of high school friends. Kasi importante. It's way more important now because even though it presents sometimes strategic disadvantage sa'yo, it's the way to play the game fairly. And it can get annoying, especially if it slows down the game. But it's the best way to make the game fair out because we don't have automation in real life.
Yeah.
We
will make mistakes.
We don't have the automation of Arena, of Magic Online, diba? So if you are playing with an older player, meaning to say someone who has been playing the game for longer, tapos they still don't narrate their steps, their turn, their entire phases, either you teach them or you gotta stop playing with them because that's not the best way to play, especially in such a complex format as Commander.
Yeah.
Di, tsaka minsan baka merong ulterior motive din yung hindi
Yon.
Like baka mamaya medyo nandadaya-daya ka na. In a casual setting. Like again, ako talaga seryoso. I don't get the point of like cheating in a casual game.
Weird yun.
Laro na nga, lalaruin mo ba? Diba? Parang ano bang nakukuha mong thrill? Ano bang nakukuha mong gratification na dadayain mo pa yung laro na between your friends? Right? Madagdag ko na rin, sorry, just to include, kasi we've talked about narrating, turns and actions. You also have to be transparent, you have to be mindful of your triggers. So in most cases kasi, again, if an action states that you may and you did not do the may, that
Wala na
you
yun.
did the may not. Oo. And
Did
some
the may
people
not.
would say na parang, well, this is casual. Pwede ko namang i-take back, di ba? Pero guys, try to minimize take backs to a minimum. Kasi naglalaro tayo ng maayos. We're playing a game na understandably dapat alam natin lahat ng rules. Cards mo yan eh. Bakit mo kinakalimutan?
Yun nga.
'Di ba? Napaka-importante kaya ako, if I miss it and if it's not mandatory, then I consider it as something I missed. 'Di ba?
Agree.
Ganun talaga. Be fair to everyone. Again, be mindful of the situation, be mindful of your own deck. That's it.
All right. Agree. Let's go to my last point. I think it's one of the most important points to consider in playing Commander is to not judge someone else's playstyle or their preferences. About like some people will prefer to play stacks. Some people will prefer to play typo. Some people will prefer to play combo, and combo gets a lot of hate. But at the same time, if they're being reasonable, if they are properly declaring their power, if they're properly declaring their deck, their game plan, there's no reason to judge them. And if you're gonna judge someone seriously, as in seriously bully someone for not meeting some personal standard in playing Magic or playing Commander, then you might be the problem. You are the problem.
Yeah, most probably you're the problem. And gaya nga nasabi ko kanina, I like seeing new decks. I like when people bring new decks, new techniques, new style. I love it when people express through their cards. And I appreciate it. So, yung mga magdadala ng ganyan. And I would go against anything and anyone. Pero even if my power level is very low, I will admit, because I'm admittedly a budget player. But I like seeing these decks go into action. Pero a lot of people don't. Okay, but so if you're not into that thing, at least tell them, okay? Or if you're the one doing the solitaire game on your own, at least you have to tell that to your pod members or to the entire table. So at least they understand what they're getting into. Kasi you are going to waste people's time. And the idea is that time is something that we cannot get back. If kung ayaw nila yon, let them go. Maybe makakahanap sila ibang table for that. Pero yeah, you always have to express yourself. I like expression. So yeah.
Yeah, totoo. And yun nga, wala namang masama kung stacks player ka by nature or combo player ka by nature. What matters is that you set the proper expectations with the rest of the table. Kasi baka mamaya iba yung iniisip nila na dala mo, iba yung nilalaro mo. Like for example, you brought, let's say, centriplets. Ay, shoot, control to. Yan ganyan. Pero in fact, ang ginawa mo lang naman pala is like artifact features. So, wala namang masama. Hindi naman ikakasira ng laro mo. Hindi naman ikakasira ng strategy mo to declare na, okay, so my deck is centriplets, but these are all female artifact features. Like promise, bracket 2 max. Walang masama doon. Walang masama. Instead of you parang blindsiding them, gaya nga nung nasabi ko kanina na before the bracket list was invented, casual lang po to, sir, Captain CJ. Mamaya ko combo ka.
Tepak lang.
Ano yun? It leaves such a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Like, alam mo, hindi mo na parang, ano bang gagawin ko? Makikipaglaro pa ba ako dito? O titigil na muna ako? Should I find someone else? Like, it leaves you in that parang space in your head na, ano ba, lakasan ko ba? Kasi ganito sila maglaro. O lilipat ba ako ng LGS?
Or ng pod, hanap ko ng bagong friends.
Oo, maraming ganun. And yun yung parang masaklap eh. Kasi syempre laro lang to, ginagamit mo lang naman to na breather, 'di ba? And again, wala namang masama kung para sa iyo masaya maglaro ng stacks. Parang ganun, you like taking your time, you like making or setting them up for like complex puzzles to solve. Walang problema doon. You just have to let them know though, para hindi sila blindsided. We live in an era of Magic or specifically ng Commander na communication is key.
Yeah.
So
social gaming.
Laging ibang-iba na yung landscape ng Commander from when I started and then 10 years ago to now. Mas may structure na kasi ngayon. And pabor ako sa ganong sistema. Pabor ako sa ganong structure because it helps me find better matches. It helps me find my people, so to speak. And magkakaintindihan kami. Pag naglaro kami, iisa kami ng lengguwahe.
Right. That's actually the best way to leave this discussion, to put a pin on this discussion. Communication is key. So if you are not good at communicating, baka Commander might not be for you. Either that or get better at communicating. Kasi this is a communication heavy format then. Social heavy format, communication heavy format. Right. That brings us to the end of our short-ish etiquette discussion. If you have other points that you want us to talk about, please do hit us up at Bolos Club PH and all our social media channels. If we get enough stories and tips and other feedback from you guys, baka gawan namin na sequel tong episode na to. Speaking of contributions, we do have our little call for stories, the Am I the Asshole Commander edition happening right now. I think we are still putting it together.
Yes, we are.
By this time. So just email us. What's our email again?
It's bolosclubph@gmail.com.
Send your stories, send your questions. Diba? People love good gossip. But not just good gossip.
Meron nang nakapagpadala ng emails about the Am I the blank hole? And we're looking forward to reading it. Basically, ang mangyayari next episode is that babasahin namin ang inyong mga entries, and we'll give you advice. We're not like the best advisors in the whole world, but I think we know a thing or two about.
We're experienced enough naman here.
Yeah, kind of, sorta.
All right, guys. Anything you have to plug? Anything you want to plug? Lucy, may papalag ka ba?
No. I'm still Bolos Club PH.
Okay.
So nothing to plug for me. You go ahead.
Jeff, what about you?
Thank you, Leke Pack Itch, for sending us the swag.
Thank you, Package.
So, damihan mo pa. De joke lang.
Kung may mga LGS dyan or any other, accessories brand, a Jace Magic brand, that want to hit us up. We're not like the biggest podcast yet, but I think we are making gains with the local community.
True. And I just wanted to shout out syempre yung mga affiliate natin na LGS, starting with our home court, the Bolos Club Home Court, Madcap Philippines.
Hey!
Shout out din kay Ninong Cesar of Ultra Electromagnetic Shop sa Santa Lu, Weatherlight Toys.
Hey!
Kay Nisa and Hikaru, si Shant from Cavite. Neutral Grounds Mega Mall for sponsoring our future joke, for letting us play the Lauren pre-release event. That was fun. Maraming salamat po. Also, shout out sa Kapitbahay sa San Jose Nueva Ecija, because we have an audience there.
Nice. Hello.
Padala niyo naman kami ng
ng
Kapit Pastry, syempre.
Kapit Pastries, okay.
Kung hindi pa siya expired by the time. Pero yun, shoutout sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig at panonood ng podcast namin. I just wanted to say na we're
by now, 4 episodes in.
Yeah. 4 episodes na kami. Yeah, pero sobrang enjoyable na nakakapag-discuss kami.
I'm having fun.
Isa na namin kaligayahan at karangalan na parte kami ng pinapakinggan nyo every Friday. We hope to become your favorite Friday podcast habit when it comes to Commander gaming. Yeah. We promise to deliver nothing but the best when it comes to casual Commander discussions. So if you have suggestions, if you have feedback, please let us know. Okay. And we would also appreciate all of your support. So yung mga subscribe nyo, yung mga likes nyo, follows nyo, we appreciate it. It helps us create better content in the future. So yun, maraming salamat.
Yeah. For Jeff, follow him at The Fraction Hipster on Instagram. Tapos for myself, it is at Roplays Games, ROPLAYSGAMES, at Shang.Daddy on TikTok. Roplays Games on Instagram for my gaming content. Thank you so much. Again, tulad na sinabi ni Jeff, maraming salamat sa pagpapakinig dito sa amin sa Bolos Club PH podcast. Thank you to everyone who supported, everyone who's left nice comments, people who are not Filipino and are racist about this whole thing. Sorry kayo. Sorry kayo, guys.
Meron?
Yes, meron.
Yeah.
Meron.
We should do a better job of advertising. So this episode and the previous episode will have a Tagalog title. Para lang sure na maintindihan ng mga tao na this is a Filipino Magic the Gathering podcast.
Yep.
Akala ko we'll do a better job at pissing them off.
We also
Or
that.
that. Or
Also
that.
that.
Or that.
Yeah. For my co-hosts Lucy and Jeff, this has been Ro. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. See you next week, next Friday on Spotify and YouTube. Still working on the other podcast platforms. We'll let you know when we get on the others. If you listen to other platforms,
and leave your comments. We'd appreciate. We'd love it.
Like, subscribe, thumbs up, rate 5 stars sa Spotify. And just share it with your friends. All right. This has been another episode of the Bullets Club PH podcast. Maraming salamat po. Till the next time. See ya. Peace.